Did you know that Ocean Beach was originally called Muscle Beach and is known for hippies forever and a famous pier?
And shockingly, not these kind of mussels, but the edible kind.
That's right.
Yeah. And the Obi community is about 1 square mile and is bounded to the north by the San Diego River, to the west by the Pacific Ocean, and to the east by Frode Street, Seaside Street, and West Point Loma Boulevard, and to the south by Adair Street. I'm Chris Hyatt with Big Block Realty, here with Galabout Town.
Danielle Berkeley.
Let's go.
Explore this great neighborhood of San Diego, Ocean Beach.
Ocean Beach really got its place on the map when it started being developed by Billy Carlson and Frank Higgins as a resort to the nearby city of San Diego in 1887. With its wide beaches and scenic bluffs and Torrey pine trees, it's easy to understand why people then and now flock to Ocean Beach.
When the trolley lines came in 1931, it really made Ocean Beach more accessible and that much more popular. And in fact, they built an amusement park. It was called Wonderland, but unfortunately, a few years later, it washed away. No wonder.
Danielle, what are the fantastic places to visit in Ocean Beach? I'm sure there's a lot.
That's true. There are. So I'm going to start with the eats at the top, and I'm going to tell you to go to Obi Noodle House. It put ramen on the map in San Diego. I'm willing to wager it was the first place where ramen became popular. Then I'm going to send you to the beach for a little brunchy brunch at Little Lion Cafe.
Sounds good.
Yeah, and then we're going to come back to Kaiserhof. It is a German restaurant here in Ocean Beach.
Voted best German restaurant, I hear.
Voted best German restaurant in San Diego. Also featured on the Food Network. And has draft beer on tap from Munich. So delicious.
A la Hofbrauhaus.
Wer wusste? Who knew?
Speaking of beer, what if you are thirsty and you just don't have a taste for beer? What are some other options?
Great question. How about yeehaw?
Are we at a hoedown?
No ha. Yeehaw boba. It's the latest craze, boba. You gotta try it. Yum it up. Oh, I also must mention these go-to spots for obesians. Long Story Irish Pub. It's a long story. Just go. And Winston's 1986, live music, cocktails, Catalina Lounge, great drinks, and shuffleboard.
Sounds good. Mm-hmm. Wow, so delicious and fun. So speaking of fun, tell me about the wide variety of fun that we could have here in Obi.
Well, for starters, Newport Avenue, you got to cruise it.
Sounds great.
What you're going to find there is the community. You're going to find a lot of great shops, little boutiques, the Black Funky Novelty Store. You got to walk in there, vignettes, and then the community's just there with their own co-ops like Willow and People's Food, of course.
Fun indeed. There's so much to do in this quaint little town.
And don't forget the can't miss Farmers Market from 4 to 8 every Wednesday.
And the unforgettable
Pier, built in 1966, all concrete, 1,971 square feet. I mean,
marking it as the longest concrete pier on the West Coast.
Ocean Beach covers just about 1 square mile within the community of San Diego, and it's reflected in the residential community as well. What you're going to see here are a lot of multifamily homes, newer construction, often 2 or 3 stories, and most notable are the cottages and the bungalows that were built from 1887 to 1921 time period.
That's right. Ocean Beach has a lot of diverse housing, and that includes this area that the locals call the Hill. And the Hill has mainly single-family homes, residences, many of which have been remodeled to add rooftop decks, balconies, and ADUs. And they're also, some of them even have second stories. Homes in this area tend to be newer and larger, and they have a prairie style. They also have mid-century modern, contemporary, and Spanish Mission Revival in addition to all that.
Well, speaking of mid-century modern, I cannot forget to include my favorite house, the Sloan House. Check it out. It's another pleasure treasure within America's finest city.
With a median home price of single-family homes being $2.1 million and condominiums being $1.1 million, the average in between is 1.6. It's actually one of the more affordable beach communities in San Diego. That's it for this episode of Live, Laugh, and Learn.
Come and explore Ocean Beach and see why Obetians love their neighborhood.
I'm Chris Hyatt with Big Block Realty.
And I'm Danielle Berkeley, Gal Town.
See you next time.